So I'm having a problem with this Primo situation. I get what he said in that one post that he's going to work on his mental health, which I think it's a good thing. And I think he should. Because I can't wrap my brains around that. How do you just expose yourself to somebody? And supposedly she said he did it multiple times. So, one, after the first time, wouldn't you say to yourself, I don't want to talk to this guy again because he's gonna pull it out again, right? You kind of like break that trust, right? I mean, I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know I don't think I've ever had a guy just pull his thing out and just say, "Hey, what do you think?" Or how does that even work? That's what I can't wrap my head around. Is these people that do that sort of thing, right? How does that come up? Does it come up in conversation? It's like, "Hey, you're pretty hot. Would you want to do it with me?" No. Well, what if I told you, it was pretty big? Would you want to see it? No. Well, here it is anyway. I'm just trying to think, like, how do you do that? How do you just expose yourself to somebody? Like, especially non-consensual, right? I could understand if she said, well, let me see it first. And then, if I'm impressed by it, then maybe, yeah. But how does that even work? If she says, did she say no, I don't want to see it? Did he even offer to show it to her? It's like, hey, or did he just, I mean, I don't understand how that works. Do you just go into, I need to see a psychiatrist, boom, what do you think? Well, what's your problem? This is my problem. I'm showing it to you. I mean, forgive me for mocking the situation, but I've been thinking about it since I heard about it, and I'm trying to just understand, how does a person just expose themselves to somebody? Do you just randomly just pull it out because you feel like it? It's like it was hot and needed to breathe. It was constricted in my pants and I needed to let it out for some air, and you just happen to be in the same room. So can you excuse us for a minute? He needs to breathe a little while. How does that work? How does that even work? I haven't been able to understand. Maybe I should talk to one of these guys and find out. Or maybe that's the question they should ask. Not, you did it, you're guilty, you need to be punished, but why did you do it? What was going through your head? And don't give us this fake, empty, apology. Oh, I'm sorry because I know I did something wrong and I should be ashamed of myself, and I'm sorry that I embarrassed myself and my family. No, I don't want to know that. I want to know what was going through your mind when you did it. I mean, were you hoping to impress somebody? Were you hoping to get laid? And that's what maybe if I show it to her, we're talking, just having a conversation. But maybe if I show it to her, she'll get so excited that she'll want to play with it. But the thing is, she said he did it numerous times. So how does that work? I still can't understand. Like, one, why did he do it, right? She wasn't impressed the first time, so he kept trying to do it to impress her more and more. But at the same time, she's claiming he did it more than once. I mean, were they walking down the hall and every time he saw her, he pulled it out and then put it back when they passed? Were they having a meeting and he just pulled it out? Because like I said, if you did that to me after the first meeting, we would never be alone, the two of us, without somebody else present. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm not saying that she's lying, even though, like the Spurs said, they're going to let, the law run its course and see what really happened. But wouldn't you think I mean, if she did tell somebody, hey, he pulled it out. I don't want to talk to him alone. Can you assign somebody to be my assistant, or can I have somebody present there? If they say no, then well, then I'm not gonna see him. I don't care if it's part of my job. I'm not gonna show this. I'm not gonna be in the same room with this guy because he keeps pulling it out. After one or two times, you'd think that's what would happen. I don't know how these things work, but to me, it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't want to be alone with that person, right? I'm just trying to understand. Why does this happen and how does it happen?